The massive expansion at this indoor water park resort in the Poconos is finally complete. The celebration and celebrities behind it. Plus, a unique shopping experience followed by a trip to Italy. Then, what's in store for Small Business Saturday?
Introducing the Farm Market on Wheels. Meet the artist whose museum in Jim Thorpe is as unique as he is. Go behind the scenes during a Pocono television shoot on location. And part 2 of the Lackawaxen River Trails series with new and existing connections on the November edition of Pocono Mountains Magazine.
Hello everyone, welcome to the November episode of Pocono Mountains Magazine. I'm Brianna.
I'm Deanna Fontanez.
And I'm Jim Hamill, and here we are, Blue Mountain Resort in Palmerton, on a scenic chairlift right here at the end of fall, but soon winter will set in, and the ski resorts, all 6 of them here in the Pocono Mountains, could be open as early as Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. So ski season, snowboarding, and snow tubing ready to roll.
Yeah, and like Jim said, with the cold weather coming, you may want to check out one of our indoor water park resorts. Well, one of them just unveiled their brand new expansion, and Brianna will tell you a little bit more about that with some celebrity guest appearances.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, so let's check it out.
Yeah.
The time is finally here. 30 brand new woodland villas are ready to go here at Great Wolf Lodge in the Pocono Mountains, along with many other exciting additions and renovations. The resort-wide $125 million expansion is something you've got to see to believe.
3, 2, 1.
The sky's the limit when celebrating a top-to-bottom transformation like this. Broadway star Sutton Foster danced her way to the festivities, as did celebrity interior designer and HGTV star Nate Berkus. He created these outdoor living areas for the new woodland villas, his design embracing nature and the surrounding scenery.
It's elevated, but it's also very much geared towards the family.
Functional too. The side tables have hand-painted game boards that can be played using rocks, while the outdoor dining table also serves up ping pong fun.
My kids are absolutely going to love this place, and I'm going to love this place because we have an option now of somewhere where we as a family would love to stay. Exclusive
to Great Wolf's Pocono location, each 3-bedroom woodland villa sleeps up to 10 guests and can be conjoined to host even larger parties. Perfect for big families, groups of friends, or those looking for an extended getaway. The villas also come with private check-in and parking. Or for the smaller packs, this new mountain tower across the parking lot brings an additional 202 modern guest suites.
Oh, it's so exciting. I will tell you, to put the $125 million in perspective, we spent $145 million originally developing the entire resort back in 2005. So we've almost doubled it.
The indoor water park was expanded too, now with 20 slides and 120,000 square feet of space, including a new toddler area. 2 new restaurants bring an elevated dining experience for the hungriest of wolves, while the grand lobby was redesigned with self-check-in kiosks and centralized entertainment, like the new morning workout created in partnership with actress and fitness enthusiast Gabrielle Union.
It's incredible. The problem was that I was so excited and I just wanted to do everything, and I'm afraid to tell my daughter that I was here because she's going to be really jealous, but I can't wait to bring her back.
See you soon, Sutton. Great Wolf was the first indoor water park resort to slide into the Poconos back in 2005, redefining tourism in the region at a pivotal time. This latest investment has created 300 additional positions, making the resort one of Monroe County's largest employers.
They call them PAC members, the employees here. So 1,000 PAC members working here, that's a big deal.
Where you play and wave your wand. Yep, that was all upgraded too. Plus, a new outdoor oasis awaits with a giant pool and hot tub, cozy fire pits, this bar and grill, a ropes course, and pool cabanas, which also received the Nate Berkus touch.
You see families that start with younger kids, and then they just keep getting bigger and bigger, and eventually they're bringing friends, and it's just wonderful. It really is.
That's true for the Albanese family, resort regulars for the past 17 years.
We come here, we're always surprised by something. There's never a time where we're bored because there's always something new to try.
We have a lot of family memories from here, and I know when they're my age, they're going to look back and say we had a great time at the Great Wolf Lodge when we were growing up, and I think everybody can do that.
Guess who else has a special connection to the Poconos? Nate Burkus. His grandparents met at an overnight summer camp in the area and were married 65 years.
So I have a lot of local families, a lot of history here in this region. I never really thought I'd be back doing design, but here I am.
And here we are, 18 years and counting, as the Pocono paw print continues to expand. While this outdoor area is open seasonally, it is 84 degrees year-round inside the newly expanded indoor water park. And the next time you're visiting, just know you are at the second largest Great Wolf Lodge in North America, right here in the Pocono Mountains. With the Pocono Television Network, I'm Brianna Strunk.
Still to come on Pocono Mountains Magazine, check out all these people back here. There's Chris, there's Deanna, actors, makeup artists, so many things go into making PTN, the Pocono Television Network, and all those lovely segments you see on TV. Check in for the behind-the-scenes look coming up.
Supporting our small towns and businesses while also checking off your holiday gift list. We'll show you how to do just that coming up on Pocono Mountains Magazine. Pocono Mountains Magazine will be right back. But first, let's see how the Poconos have been making the news lately. Hollywood star Keanu Reeves was spotted in downtown Stroudsburg ahead of his performance at the Sherman Theater with his band, Dog Star. He rocked out to a sold-out crowd while wearing a shirt he picked up from one of the local shops.
I am in the Poconos, and this hotel is absolutely gorgeous.
And speaking of famous guests, Shark Tank's very own Damon John was at Kalahari Resorts and Conventions for a speaking engagement, even taking the time to talk with East Stroudsburg University students and speak one-on-one with the Pocono Television Network.
Honesdale was awarded Heritage Community of the Year for 2023 from the PA Route 6 Alliance. The award is given each year for embracing heritage tourism and implementing worthwhile projects like the Downtown Honesdale Revitalization Plan. Also bringing home the hardware, Skytop Lodge. Historic Hotels of America presented Skytop with the best historic hotel with 76 to 200 guest rooms. Skytop was built in 1928 and continues to celebrate its history and provide exceptional hospitality.
2, 1.
State and local leaders celebrated the completion of this new White Mills River Access Park, part of the Lackawaxen River Trails network. There's 88 parking, a bathroom, and boat ramp, all part of the bigger trail system we told you about on last month's Pocono Mountains Magazine. Watch for a second part of the trails story coming up a bit later on this program.
Pocono Showcase is a program devoted to highlighting the rich musical talents here in the Poconos. Christian Porter has been playing around the Pocono area for quite some time, and he's our next guest in the Pocono Showcase in a program recorded at East Stroudsburg University. Pocono Showcase on the Pocono Television Network.
Quiet on set, everybody. Chris and Deanna are out in the Poconos making another great segment for you viewers at home. So we wanted to give you a little behind-the-scenes look at what it takes to make PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Check it out.
That looked great.
It may appear as though the PTN crew is having a great time telling stories about the Poconos. That's because they are. Now in its 6th year of production, the Pocono Television Network keeps churning out content for viewers. And on this day, they were in Milford.
The real star here is the Pocono Mountains. I mean, and all the things that we have to offer that are totally different.
Chris Barrett and Deanna Fontanez teamed up again for some of the must-sees and do's when in town. They're in front of the camera, while there's a huge crew behind. Makeup, sound, showrunners, Take One Productions has been there since the beginning of Pocono Television Network.
When you have especially a beautiful day like today, every picture is a postcard. It really is. And so we have to find ways to be able to make that really look nice and get across the idea of this is where you want to come to spend your hard-earned dollars. This is where you want to come to be able to enjoy a family vacation. Action!
These segments in Milford, Honesdale, and other locations during a week-long shoot will soon be in high rotation on your televisions, smart devices, and more. And it takes a lot of planning and preparation to pull it all off.
We do a lot of planning for this. Months prior to the shoot, we are figuring out the purpose, the call to action of the segment or the commercial we're producing. We're writing scripts, we're determining what members and local businesses might best fit that, and then communicating with those members and our partners to develop the content.
It's always very gratifying, and it's humbling in a lot of ways too. But it's actually very gratifying when somebody will come up to you and say, hey, the reason why we came here is because we saw your television commercial, or we saw Pocono Television Network, or whatever it was, and they felt confident enough about what they saw to spend their personal time with us, their vacation time, which is really sacred.
I think what I love the most is I get to experience things that you probably wouldn't think of. So I get to try things and then tell the viewers.
Deanna and Chris get to meet the people of the Poconos, just like me and Brianna, and get to tell their stories too.
You've got some hosts, so you have James Hamill, you've got Brianna Strunk, you have Chris Barrett, of course, and Deanna. They all have their great strengths individually, and I think that shows a lot about what this area can provide for tourists coming here. So everybody, Deanna likes to get out and do the crazy stuff, the whitewater rafting and the paint guns and stuff. You guys do stuff too. James and Brianna do, really interesting stories. Sometimes it's the news stories and the hard-hitting stories that hit the communities.
I feel like a lot of the hidden gems that we have in the Poconos, little cute shops and boutiques, all the amazing food and restaurants, the breweries, the wineries, the distilleries, and all the fun adventures that we have in the Poconos. I think people tend to think of the Poconos as like skiing, snowboarding, tubing, but it's so much more. Like, there's so much to do every season, and I think that's what I love, that we get to show everybody everything.
When we started the Pocono Television Network, I thought, first of all, we have a great team. We can't do anything without a great team of people who are passionate and dedicated. And they're passionate and dedicated about the Pocono Mountains. And they're passionate and dedicated about telling really good stories. And that's where I think the value of watching PTN is it goes way beyond the 15 or 30-second commercial. It digs into the story and tells you why people are very passionate about what they do and why they're dedicating their lives to providing a great hospitality experience in the Pocono Mountains.
Next time you watch something on Pocono Television Network, remember just how much goes into sharing these stories. The long hours, the additional takes, the editing, and know that PTN is always Pocono proud. Jim Hamill for the Pocono Television Network.
It might not feel like it, but the holiday season is fast approaching, and so is the perfect opportunity to start checking off your Christmas gift list. Small Business Saturday is a great time to score unique finds, have a personalized shopping experience, maybe get some discounts and giveaways, but most importantly, supporting your neighbors and keeping money local. So today we wanted to take you to a few of our favorite small shops in the Pocono Mountains, beginning here in downtown Stroudsburg. But first, let's set the scene. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas inside the potting shed in downtown Stroudsburg. In addition to seasonal items, you can get your green thumb on all year long. There's also home decor items, floral arrangements, and a children's section.
Our whole goal is to have every customer that walks in the door feel like an old friend.
And manager Judy Henry has mastered that over the last 40 years.
When people say, don't you want to retire? I'm like, I would have no one to talk to. I love talking to the customers. I love bringing in product that makes them excited.
While Main Street is lined with small shops, you also have to explore the side streets where hidden gems like the potting shed are tucked away. Also this time of year, the popular snowmen of Stroudsburg make their return.
We really just have a good mix of retail and of your restaurants, your bars, your winery. So there really is something for everyone here.
Welcome to Wallflower, a mini department store boutique in Honesdale. Check out the women's and children's clothing, jewelry, home decor, furniture, and my personal favorite, the mosaic and Tiffany lamps.
I mean, the list goes on. It's an eclectic mix, and it's located on 2 floors.
Joyce, along with her husband and 2 daughters, including Paige, carefully curate the collection.
I think the customer service aspect is very important, the knowing your customer by name. Everybody says it's like Cheers in here. So I go, hey Norm, how are you? But it's just a unique shopping experience.
And downtown Honesdale has plenty of that.
There's just so many different options that you don't know what you're missing until you come and put feet on the street of Honesdale.
Over in Milford, BetterWorld aims to create just that through an organic cafe, bookstore, urban homestead supplies, health foods, and eco products. Everything here comes from local artisans or countries that don't use forced labor.
Where our products are coming from and how they're made is just as important as what we're actually purchasing.
Liam and his wife originally relocated to the States from Australia to interview Chinese refugees who escaped slave labor. Their goal was to open a museum exhibit, but then the pandemic hit. People learning to live sustainably in lockdown further fueled the idea for BetterWorld.
We started to think about, what is true sustainability? Having things made in a way that you are familiar with the process, you ideally know the person or can get in touch with the person that's made it. In the free world, where ideally it's supporting people that are able to live freely.
Even though Liam never planned to own a small business, his is thriving, along with the rest in downtown Milford.
You'll find products that you won't be able to find on Amazon. You won't be able to just jump online and search for the perfect gift, but you can walk around a store and it will pop out to you.
Last but not least, Jim Thorpe is internationally known for its scenic views and unique shops, including local fare, featuring fair trade items from around the world and products made by local artisans.
Even though we have a lot of tourists who don't live around here, they love being able to take home sort of a piece of where they were and know that they are also at the same time supporting a local artist.
Jessica and her husband were 2 of those tourists who loved shopping at this store, formerly called Trend and Source Marketplace. In 2020, they moved from New York City to Jim Thorpe, and when they saw the business for sale, it felt like fate.
There are mom and pop shops all over the neighborhoods of New York City, but coming to a smaller town like Jim Thorpe, you feel like you can actually make a difference in the community.
And a difference from big box stores.
How often do you get to talk to the owner of like the Gap? Like you can't talk to them. So it's a good, I think it's just a really nice personal touch that we can bring as a small business.
And there you have it, a taste of our vibrant small business community here in the Pocono Mountains. And you can always learn more on PoconoMountains.com. Don't forget, Small Business Saturday is coming up on November 25th. That's the day after Black Friday. With the Pocono Television Network, I'm Brianna Strunk.
Still to come on Pocono Mountains Magazine, there is more than meets the eye here at the Stabin Museum and Gallery in Jim Thorpe, including jazz. Yes, you won't want to miss this one. Still to come on Pocono Mountains Magazine.
From all the candy you can imagine, to collectibles, to candles, to everything in between, coming up on this episode of Pocono Mountains Magazine.
This edition of Pocono Mountains Magazine is presented by St. Luke's Monroe Campus and East Stroudsburg University.
Wayne County is developing a trail system.
We put together a trails group.
We can actually create a river trail.
We are designing a walking trail from Honesdale towards Hawley.
People that live here don't even know that this exists.
The Lackawaxen River Trails consist of trails in Honesdale, White Mills, Hawley, and Lake Wallenpaupack.
We hope you make it out to Wayne County and try one or all of the trails that are offered here.
Don't miss our two-part series on the Lackawaxen River Trails right here on the Pocono Television Network.
Tom, thank you very much for the ride, sir. All right. Hi, folks. Jim Hamill here in downtown Jim Thorpe, and we're going to show you a different side of Jim Thorpe right now. The Stabin Museum, all the way up here on West Broadway, is such an amazing spot to check out with its own cafe, art gallery, and so much more. So let's go inside, meet the artist and his wife, and check it out.
I lived in New York for 48 years. I came to Jim Thorpe when I switched gears between the two careers. Started out as an illustrator, which involved painting every day. And now I'm a painter, which involves painting every day.
Lucky for Jim Thorpe, Victor Stabin found this 16,000 square foot factory, once used to make wire rope for the Brooklyn Bridge. Now an eclectic space for Stabin's art and his studio.
Every time I walk into this room, I pinch myself. And the reason why I pinch myself is because I had a 420 square foot apartment that I lived and worked in. This is 2,500 square feet. And having space helps you with your creativity. Having a lower overhead helps you with your creativity.
Stabin's found his home here on West Broadway, by day retooling this historic building, and by night and late night manifesting works like Pearls Before Slime in his studio.
Also, I'll show you my easel first. So my easel goes up and down, and it turns around, and it makes it easy to get all over the canvas without bending down on the floor or standing on a bunch of steps.
Stabin's work speaks for itself. There's the Kiss album cover from 1980, and the ABC book for the ages, the Idle Doodle, derived from the dictionary's most obscure words and depicted in the way Stabin's artistic mind conjures them.
I went from painting to making this ABC book, back to painting this building, and then so many people came in here and saw the characters in the ABC book that they said, what are the stories? So I said, I'm not a writer, but enough people throw peanuts at you, you become an elephant.
The museum is expansive, rooms full of Stabin's work and quirk, and then discoveries behind every wall.
I didn't have a doorway, I had this secret shelf, right? And this is the way I would get from my studio into the rest of the building. Of course, some people knew about it, but a lot of people didn't. And so when I moved upstairs, this room became initially a gallery space, and then about 15 minutes after we had a gallery space concept, my daughter gave a concert because we had a piano that fit in this room, and she sold the place out, and we decided to have a jazz venue.
Not only is jazz a mainstay here at the Stabin Museum, but so are the culinary arts. A fine pairing with Stabin's wife, Joan Morkin, and the creative mind of Chef John.
Victor and I have an incredible synergy in terms of his aesthetic, the artwork. There is nothing that he creates, puts in this space that he is not immensely proud of, from doors to railing to the artwork, of course, in the gallery. And for me, I find it to be this incredible experience to create a lot of the wonderful dishes in conjunction with our terrific kitchen staff.
Nearly 2 decades in, Victor and Joan have poured their lives into making this historic property work. Right down to the stools Stabin is sitting on, to the glass viewing box over the creek that goes directly under the cafe.
We bought the building. It was a complete and utter disaster. It had been a series of different factories over the years, and the last factory that was here was a toy factory. It was shuttered in around 1999.
I work on the building during the day. I'm like the head of construction on the last board because I'm paying for everything. I make certain things, but I work with a lot of talented people.
And remember that free ride? The Stabin Museum even has its own neighborhood electric vehicle, or NEV, to transport visitors from downtown Jim Thorpe right to the museum's doorsteps.
We recently got a neighborhood electric vehicle, which is really just a fancy name for kind of this sporty electric golf cart. And we are providing a free shuttle to people if they want to give us a call and get a ride to the museum and the restaurant. We are absolutely happy to pick them up completely free.
We're the only museum that has one probably in the world. If you're out there and you own a museum and I've just offended you because you have an NEV, call me up.
Victor Stabin is very big on Jim Thorpe's bona fides and how all this he's created with his family and confidants fits into the bigger picture, or shall we say, the broader brushstrokes.
Tourism has come back to Jim Thorpe. It's the most substantial part of its revenue that's coming into town, and we're part of it. And when you come to Jim Thorpe, there's a lot of great places to eat. There's the geography of Jim Thorpe with the whitewater rafting, the hiking, and the bicycling, but there's only one museum like this.
The Stabin Museum, Cafe Ariel, and Vic's Jazz Loft must visit when in Jim Thorpe, where the artist intends to spend the rest of his days.
I know I'm dying in Jim Thorpe.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, so if that counts for anything.
Jim Hamill for the Pocono Television Network.
Have you ever wanted to find a place that's a one-stop shop, gives you nostalgia, and you can find a little something for everyone? Well, I've got just the place for you. Country Kettle, right off of 209 in East Stroudsburg. It's the place to come, so let's go see what they have in store for us. So now I'm here with the owner of Country Kettle, Pam. So Pam, I know you've been the owner for 36 years.
Yes, I have.
Amazing. Since it's my first time here, as a shopper, what can I expect as I walk around the store?
Well, lots of things, Deanna. So why don't I give you a tour?
Okay, let's go check it out, guys.
These are the Charlie Bears. Very popular. They're all done in England. They're all limited editions, all collectibles. I mean, once you purchase it, you're not going to see it everywhere because it's
So
like
one
a
of
one
a
and
kind. Yeah,
done.
one of a kind. Oh, I love that.
And then, of course, we have all our soaps and our hand lotions and body lotions. And then around the corner here are warmies, which are real popular.
Oh, these are so cute.
They are all filled with lavender, and you warm them in your microwave. They're great for the adults, like with a sore shoulder, sore back. The kids love them. There is home decor, different things for your walls, rec room or your kitchen.
Oh, I love all the cozy stuff for the cold weather.
Exactly,
coming out.
it's
Yeah.
great now. Plus on this side we have all the different socks that
I love
are
cozy, comfy socks.
yes. And then out here you have, on this side of the room, you have your black bears. Because of course, sometime while you're here in the Poconos, you're gonna see a black bear. And on this side, we have all our military items for all you military guys and girls. Deanna, on this side, you'll see we have skulls and dragons. Now, that's not for everybody, but believe me, they're popular.
Yeah, no,
There's
they're very
always someone.
intricate. Yeah.
Yes. And then we go into our candles. And we try to always have the most popular brands. We have the Yankee, we have the Woodwick, we have Kringle, we have our own candles. You have your spring scents like your flowers, your fruity things, and then it goes into your fall items. We have all your nostalgia items as far as Disney.
Oh, I love Disney.
And Jim Shore on this side. And you have like your John Wayne.
I was just
and
gonna
your
say, good old John Wayne.
And your Superman. But then you go into your Star Wars items, Darth Vader.
Yeah.
The edge sculptures have been very popular for us. They're very unique. It's all animals.
Yeah. I like how intricate they are.
Yes.
There's so much detail in everything.
Exactly.
Going on. Yeah.
And then, Deanna, we have all our sauces and jams and jellies that are made for us.
So your very own. I love it.
Strictly Country Kettle. The hot sauces are extremely popular for us.
There are so many unique things throughout the whole store that can be a great gift for yourself, a friend, or a loved one. Perfect for the holidays or any special occasion.
We've had dozens and dozens of pictures taken in front of our gumball
I was gonna say,
machine.
this is fun. There's a lot of gift ideas for everyone. So as I've been walking around, I'm already going through my head of like different little gifts and treats and trinkets that I can take home to family members, friends, my godchildren. Like, this is amazing. So I feel like it's what everybody's been waiting for us to show them.
The candy barrels. We have over 250 kinds of candy, and that doesn't include all the different chocolates and rock candy, things that we have to bag that can't go in the barrels. But all the barrels are the same price, so you can pick a little of each, one of each, whatever you'd like, and we just weigh it up for you.
I feel like I've been seeing candies that I haven't seen since I was a kid, so it's bringing back all those fun memories when I had, you know, a nickel or a quarter, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get some candies. What is popular? Like, what do people love to come for? Like, do you have the top 3, top 5, like, that people love?
Well, it's going to be different for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, people do love chocolates, and we have the nonpareils, and we have the chocolate-covered peanuts, and the chocolate raisins. And then, of course, there's the gummies, which everybody loves, and we have tons of different gummies. And we have your licorice, practically every flavor.
So Pam, there was so much to see. Thank you for taking me around.
Oh, thank you for coming in.
If people want to check you guys out, where can they find you?
Well, we do have a website. It's country-kettle.com.
Okay.
And we have a toll-free number. You can always give us a call. If you've seen something here that you want us to ship to you, we'll be happy to do that.
Okay, I love that. So definitely come check them out. Like we said the whole time, there's something for everyone. So again, this is Pam, owner of Country Kettle, and I'm Deanna for Pocono Television Network.
Coming up on Pocono Mountains Magazine, check out all this farm fresh produce from local farms in the northern Poconos. Well, there is a mobile farm market that brings it right to you.
In the Pocono Mountains, a new season is just around the corner.
And no matter what the season, there's always something exciting happening. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. The 4-season Pocono Mountains. Visit us at PoconoMountains.com.
Hey everyone, Jim Hamill here, and we are about to show you now the newest initiative from the Cooperage Project, the Northern Poconos Mobile Farm Market. Laurel Burns over here is the food and market manager for the Cooperage Project, and she's taking a lot of this farm fresh produce to people throughout the community, all across Wayne County and soon beyond, bringing this great produce from local farms to you, where you live. The mobile market has only just embarked on its journey to bring locally grown, locally produced food to people in the northern Poconos. And already, it's making an impact.
The seniors are so excited. They enjoy coming out to see what we have. I enjoy seeing, you know, now that we're 4 or 5 months into it, we've got repeat customers, and it's nice to be putting names to faces, and it's nice to see them come out every time we visit and shop with us. So they're excited for it.
Laurel Burns is the driving force, along with state grants and the Cooperage Project partners in this mobile market on wheels, crisscrossing the Pocono roads with a full menu of items. Some agri-legacy of the northern Poconos, meaning grown or made right here.
Right now we have an assortment of greens, broccoli raw, bok choy, things like that. We've got the tail end of the tomatoes. Peppers are holding on. They'll be good until we get a frost. We have herbs, we have your root vegetables, radishes, turnips, carrots, and potatoes. And in addition to the vegetables, we have dairy and eggs.
And all this is not just geared toward seniors, but anyone who is in the neighborhood, or whenever the mobile market is in the neighborhood.
We're open to the public for a majority of our sites. Anybody can shop with us. Tourist, resident, doesn't matter, but yeah, absolutely. We're available when the regular farmers markets are not.
On this day in Hawley, a few new customers stopped by and grabbed some necessary ingredients for seasonal favorites.
It's nice, it really is. Like today I just grabbed a fresh tomato, and probably would be my last tomato for tomato sandwich. But everything's fresh. I love it. I love it.
Not only do the customers get healthy, nutritious farm products, but the farmers themselves get to make another connection with folks they wouldn't be able to otherwise.
It does help the farmers. You know, it gives them another outlet, another way to sell their goods, and it also bridges that gap in interaction between the people.
As if that wasn't enough, the Northern Poconos Mobile Farm Market will be rolling through different spots on the map in Wayne County throughout all 4 seasons.
The cows and the chickens don't stop. They make milk and lay eggs all year round. So it is our intention to operate year round. We'll have milk, we'll have butter, we'll have the eggs, and of course we'll have the cheese. Biolecky Farms, they grow in tunnels hydroponically. They produce greens and vegetables all year round.
From Honesdale to Newfoundland, Hawley to Lake Como, eventually shifting gears and adding Pike County locations too next year, Burns and the Mobile Farm Market are just getting started, delivering accessible, affordable, locally grown farm products, making a connection that some of us take for granted.
They can't get anywhere they at because they're in wheelchairs or they can't drive, older people. So this is very good for them. This is very, very nice.
To find out when the Northern Poconos Mobile Farm Market is coming through your neck of the Pocono Woods, head to CooperageProject.org and follow them on social. And be sure to load up and lighten the load on Laurel's return trip, so she can bring more of this the next time. Jim Hamill for the Pocono Television Network.
From Sicily to Summit Hill, real authentic Italian food coming up on this episode of Pocono Mountains Magazine.
At East Stroudsburg University, you will study with cutting-edge technology. You can perform in the classroom, field, or stage. You'll get involved on campus and off. You can have fun preparing for your future.
Sometimes you just want a traditional, authentic, home-cooked Italian dish. Well, you have to come check out this hidden gem, the Mansion House of Summit Hill. Let's go inside for a taste. So now I'm here with the ladies who run Mansion House of Summit Hill. We have 2 moms and 2 daughters. We have Nina, Lucia, Naomi, and Allie. So ladies, tell me how you guys came about running this business.
We came from Sicily, straight from Sicily in the 1980s. And we decided to help our brothers, which they have restaurants. And then we decided that we wanted to start our own business like a couple of years later. And me and my sister always wanted to start something together, but we never had the opportunity until 6 months ago. Here we are, we started with this new business.
Our girls joined us, which we couldn't be doing it without them, and fresh blood, and they got our back, and with everything that we need, and technology especially, and they're awesome. We make an awesome team.
You guys have like live music and happy hours and all that kind of
Yes,
stuff?
so from 4 to 6 when we open at 4, we do like a happy hour. So we have our drink specials, but we also do a happy hour pasta, which is very different. So we do a 3-course special with the pasta, the side, and also the dessert included. So we do that from 4 to 6. And we also have live music 3 times a week. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we have live music starting at 6 o'clock, which brings a lot of people together. It's a lot of fun.
So the sisters left me in the kitchen to give you guys a little sneak peek of some of the dishes. Lucia, what are we gonna show them first?
Today, I'm gonna be making shrimp alla bacca.
Ooh, sounds delicious.
I got some shrimp cooking in here.
I can already smell it. It smells so good.
It smells really good.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna take our fresh vodka, bacon, a little onion, a little garlic, and some cream and Parmigiano Reggiano.
And you guys make that here?
And we make this every day. So I'm gonna be adding.
Oh.
We're just gonna put it all in here.
I feel like Parmesan is just never enough.
No, never. So then I'm gonna stir it a little bit. We're gonna put this wonderful pasta inside our vodka sauce. Right there, voila.
Oh, that looks so good.
Just like it's boiling right here, turn it off. And now we're ready to assemble.
And more parm.
And more parm for the parm people. And the vodka ready. Buon appetito.
Order up. So Nina, Lucia showed us the penne alla vodka with shrimp. So what other signature dish are you going to show us?
Okay, we have an ossobuco that's very popular, and it's a comfort food, especially for this time of year.
Food.
I'm gonna just put some in a pan and just reheat it slightly.
Ooh.
Has all the juices in and a bunch of root vegetables. So we put plenty of their own juices from the meat. And then I made a polenta that I served with that, with some broth. And it's pretty much ready. I've been stirring it, and some Parmesan, some little butter. So I'm gonna scoop up. Actually, I'm gonna add some Parmesan at the end.
Oh, I love Parmesan.
Makes everything better. Pretty much just falls right off the bone. Oh, put a nice vegetables on the side. Buon appetito, also buco with root vegetables. Enjoy.
Round 2, order up. Oh my goodness. The meat, so tender, falls apart in your mouth. Now let's try the pasta. Absolutely amazing. You guys definitely have to come check it out. I'm gonna keep eating a little bit. So Naomi, I know you guys offer a lot of different seasonal cocktails, so what are you gonna make for us today?
Okay, so one of our favorites right now is a pumpkin pie martini. So we always go through, every couple of weeks we change it up depending on, the season. So first I'm gonna put a little caramel drizzle in here. Everybody loves a little caramel.
I was gonna say I love caramel.
I'm gonna rim it a little bit. So we have like a graham cracker crumb. Ooh. Okay, then to a glass, we have whipped vodka first. A little bit of that. We have some rum chata, but pumpkin.
Ooh.
Pumpkin rum chata.
I do love rum chata.
So it's pumpkin spice everything right now, so that's what we're going for. All right. And then we have a homemade pumpkin mix. So this has like the fresh pumpkin in there, some cinnamon, fall spices. Get the shake. Give it a good shake.
I love it.
I don't have any fancy tricks. I can't put it on my head or anything. And then we have like this fun little just pumpkin marshmallow. Enjoy.
Oh, I think I want to try it. But I think I'm going to try it without the straw. I want the cookie crumb. Oh my goodness.
It's like a pumpkin pie.
Yes. That's amazing, guys.
The food and drinks are so good, and the atmosphere is amazing. You definitely have to take a ride and come check them out. And if you're strolling around the nearby town of Jim Thorpe this holiday season, or any season really, it's just a short drive away.
So thank you ladies so much for having me. It was such a wonderful experience, and the food was absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
So if people want to check you guys out, where can they find you? So we're on Facebook and Instagram under the Mansion House of Summit Hill, where we post all our specials. We're also on a website. It's mansionhousesummithill.com. So are you ready to cheers, ladies?
Yes, I am.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
All right, give it up.
Salute. Coming up on Pocono Mountains Magazine, it's time to head back to the Lackawaxen River Trails for more adventures with George and Connie Roberts.
At St. Luke's Orthopedic Care, you can trust us with your hands, feet, shoulders, hips, and knees. Because healthy bones and joints mean you can do more. You can trust us to recommend the right approach to care, including joint-sparing treatments and therapies. And when surgery is the only choice, we offer options to help you heal faster, including technology-assisted joint replacements and muscle-sparing hip surgery. St. Luke's, the orthopedic care you trust, now more than ever.
Join us for the 45th Annual American Cancer Society Telethon right here on PTN or WYLN.
Jim, Chris, Brianna, and I will serve as hosts at the Hazleton Telethon.
Participants and volunteers come together to honor cancer survivors, spread the word about reducing cancer risk, and raise money to help the American Cancer Society save lives.
Please join us and support an organization that helps thousands of people in our own community every day.
The American Cancer Society Telethon on November 18th right here on PTN and WYLN.
Hi everyone, it's Jim Hamill, and we first showed you part one of a two-part series last month on Pocono Mountains Magazine about the Lackawaxen River Trails, and this is one of those river accesses in a planned series of them along the Lackawaxen River. George and Connie Roberts now have part two, talking about some of the trails that exist here in the Hawley area, including Lock 31 and the upcoming Gorge Trail that will connect Hawley with Lake Wallenpaupack.
Wayne County, Pennsylvania is home to many unique trails. Some are located right in towns like Honesdale and Hawley, while others are just a short drive into forested landscapes. In our last segment, we discussed a move underway to link all of these trails together. The Lackawaxen River Trails idea was formed in 2017. The vision includes a network of river launches from Honesdale to Indian Orchard, White Mills, and Hawley. Since then, feasibility studies have become action items, resulting in the construction of new trails and Lackawaxen River access points. This includes a new river access at White Mills with a boat ramp, parking, and restroom facilities. Those involved say this is an important step to improving the economy of the area, while at the same time developing healthy lifestyles.
The outdoors is something that I think is nurturing to everybody. And to just take yourself, your wife, your family members, and enjoy nature, I think has a great deal to do with improving your health and the well-being of everybody.
This is exercise. It's good for your health. It's good for your heart health. And again, we're trying to make exercise much more accessible.
It's all part of an ecosystem to make sure that we have a healthy community.
From the trails that exist, there is so much interest in using those trails, which elevates quality of life, which attracts people to moving here.
The Lackawaxen River Trails consists of 3 modes of transportation: hiking, biking, and floating. Work continues on a plan to connect Honesdale to Hawley and Lake Wallenpaupack through a trail system both on land and in the water. We've previously looked at the trails in Honesdale and White Mills. Now let's explore the trails in and around Hawley and Lake Wallenpaupack. This is the Delaware and Hudson Canal Park at Lock 31.
We start with an historic trail just outside of Hawley. The large gravel parking lot is located off Route 6. This is a 1.6-mile trail that takes you around the remnants of the D&H Canal and the Lackawaxen River.
With the Wayne County Historical Society, they've put a tremendous amount of work into that. Again, another really nice walking trail that's along there.
It's an easy route taking about a half hour to complete. But there is so much to see here, and you can spend a couple of hours.
A beautiful historic park alongside the river trail system.
This particular part of the trail is taking us to the Lackawaxen River.
Absolutely.
Should be pretty cool to see. Access to the Lackawaxen River means you'll find anglers fishing along the bank. This trail is also great for bird watching and cross-country skiing. You will walk through some grassy fields, but be careful as some parts along the canal can be slippery. The path along the river has some tree roots, but it's easy to navigate.
This towpath trail can be busy at times. It is open all year long, and dogs are welcome on the trail. While the trail loops around this property, you can also walk east on the trail to a point where it comes out on Route 6 for a brief walk. Then the trail takes hikers off-road and back near the Lackawaxen River toward Hawley.
Coming from Lock 31, the Hawley Trail follows the Lackawaxen River east into the town of Hawley. The trail itself straddles the river and the D&H Canal. It is open seasonally, weather permitting, from dawn until dusk. Along the way, you'll find several paths down to the river. You'll also encounter a wooden bridge constructed around old stair steps made of stone. As you follow the trail, you can see the original Delaware and Hudson Canal built nearly 200 years ago, parallel to the river. This is a 108-mile-long civil engineering achievement built over 3 years largely by hand. The canal was a means to transport anthracite coal from Pennsylvania mines to the Hudson River at Kingston, New York. From there, it was shipped downriver to New York City. Mules walked along the towpath trail as they pulled barges full of coal on the canal. It operated from 1828 until 1898. After 70 years of operation, it was shut down in favor of using railroads to ship coal. After the canal was closed, it was drained, and the canal land was sold and split up.
The D&H Canal ran along many parts of Lackawaxen, so as you're traveling down, you can see remnants of the old canal walls and kind of connect with that history.
The Wayne County Historical Society has already created along this historic towpath this walking natural setting where you can kind of walk from there right into town, into Hawley here.
The Hawley Trail ends at the Settlers Inn property. There's a beach area along the Lackawaxen River where you can take a moment to rest. Some people also fish in this location. There's a gate here that takes you onto the settler's property, where you can then access Route 6 into the town of Hawley.
We are in Hawley, where there are several places to walk on trails.
And you can start right here in Bingham Park.
Bingham Park is bordered by Route 6 and 590. There's a loop trail which goes along the perimeter of the park. Here you'll find plenty of parking and nice restrooms.
You can also access the Lackawaxen River by using the Riverwalk Trail. You can drop in or take out a canoe or kayak at the Hawley Access. This is part of the Lackawaxen River Trails access points from Honesdale Sycamore Point to Indian Orchard and the new boat access at White Mills.
We're at the confluence of 3 rivers, the Lackawaxen, Middle Creek, and the Wallenpaupack. So you get a wonderfully diverse viewscape of nature when you're kayaking here.
Future plans include a trail from Bingham Park that will have a footbridge over the Lackawaxen to the Levee Trail. But for now, you'll have to go back on Route 6 east over the Lackawaxen River and turn left onto River Street to reach the Levee Trail.
True to its name, this trail follows along the top of the levee. This is a 6/10 of a mile gravel trail. It's great for walking, jogging, or even riding a bike. Down below the trail is Riverside Park, which has a baseball field and a dog park.
There is a trail system here that was developed many years ago to kind of facilitate the kind of recreation that we want to see in our communities, and Hawley is really on the leading edge of that.
This levee was built to protect the town from flooding. The trail ends at Church Street on the other side of Hawley. From there, you can access the shops and businesses at the Silk Mill and other areas of town. But the future of this trail is to build the proposed Gorge Trail. Once that's complete, you'll be able to walk from Lock 31 to Hawley, then up through the Gorge Trail to the Lake Wallenpaupack Dike for a nearly 5-mile hike.
The Gorge Trail is going under construction within the next 8 months or so. And the Gorge Trail, which will be a more challenging trail, more Appalachian Trail orientation to get up to the lake. Again, important to connect the lake area with downtown Hawley by a means other than a car.
There's also another plan to work with Pike County to build a trail along the Lackawaxen River and the railroad tracks all the way to where the Lackawaxen meets with the Delaware River.
Because we do have a goal of 28 miles, by the way, all the way to Lackawaxen. But we're focused right now on just completing a few parcels so people can see, wow, this is really going to work, this is happening, and take advantage of it.
There are 2 trails at the dam of Lake Wallenpaupack. The best way to access them is from 3 parking areas near the lake. Starting at the Wallenpaupack Environmental Learning Center, you can access the Wallenpaupack Creek Trail. This is a 6/10 of a mile trail which starts near the dam and follows the path of the Wallenpaupack Creek. This is a walking trail with bridge structures built to take you over massive pipes that carry water from the lake to a power plant 3.5 miles away. As you continue on the trail, you will pass under Route 6 and enter a wooded area. When you come down the stairs here, you get to the overlook of the Wallenpaupack Creek Trail, and you get to see the wetlands.
It takes you down into this area where it just seems like it's off the grid, but it's right there alongside the hydroelectric dam, and eventually will connect with the gorge down through to where we're standing today.
The other trail along the lake is the Wallenpaupack Lake Trail. It runs almost 1.5 miles from the Environmental Learning Center. Along the trail, you can get close to the lake and relax along the shoreline. You'll pass the rear property of Wallenpaupack High School and travel through the Wilsonville Campground. Here you'll find another parking place for the trail at the Lake Wallenpaupack Visitor Center. There are bathroom facilities here, and there's a public beach at this location. Continue walking, and you'll come to a crosswalk to go across Route 6 to a shopping area with food and other quaint shops.
Back on the trail is the Tafton Dike with breathtaking views of the lake and boating activity. Sunsets here are spectacular, and many people sit on the benches to watch the sun go down. Go a little farther on the Wallenpaupack Lake Trail, and you'll get to the third parking area off Route 507. These trails at the lake opened in 2010. We hope you take time to try one or all of the trails offered in both Wayne and Pike counties.
You can find out more at LackawaxenRiverTrails.org. The Wayne and Pike Trails and Waterways Alliance is a not-for-profit entity. It acts solely to generate funding and oversee the development of the Lackawaxen River Trails. You can donate by becoming a trail keeper. Go to LackawaxenRiverTrails.org or contact Ryan Jennings at the Foundation, 570-251-9993.
Now we're going back down the mountain. Up the mountain was fantastic. This gives you the whole panoramic view of everything here in Carbon County and the Pocono Mountains has to offer. And that Lackawaxen River Trails, again, a great opportunity here to get people out in touch with nature all across Wayne and Pike counties.
Yeah, and we will be back here at Blue Mountain coming up for the ski and snowboard season. A lot in store across all 6 of our ski resorts. It is going to be a great time. And of course, the holidays coming up. Make sure to shop small and even support all of the great places across the Poconos.
And for all that information, plus so much more, remember to always check out PoconoMountains.com and PoconoTelevision.com. We will see you next month with more fun stories.
From the taps to the tips. Hi folks, this is Jim Ham with Pocono Television Network, and we're going to be pouring up a great cause on November 28th right here at Runaway Train Brewing in Honesdale. It's Ugly Sweater Happy Hour for the Settlers Cares Foundation. So on Giving Tuesday, come on out here to join me and a bunch of other celebrities.
Celebrity?
Yeah, celebrities. Come on out to Runaway Train November 28th and help out a great cause.